This woman wanted to give birth to a calm, quiet child, but she spent every day drinking at business dinners, listening to rock music, and racing cars. The day before delivery, she was still negotiating contracts with clients. Right after signing the contract, her water broke. She calmly said she'd squeeze in time to have the baby, then drove herself to the hospital. When her husband rushed to the hospital, she was still comforting him not to panic. The next second, it was her turn to panic. The nurse needed to clean out her bowels to prevent defecation during delivery from contaminating the baby. The nurse told her to wait 10 minutes. She couldn't even last 1 minute before rushing to the bathroom.
Yes, you will.
The loud sounds terrified her husband. She asked the nurse if not waiting long enough would cause problems. The nurse said she would very likely defecate. Hyun-jin demanded another injection.
제모하실 거예요?
When real labor pain began, she finally understood what suffering meant.
네 호흡 끊어놓기 전에 당장 무통 가져와. 무통!
She wanted an epidural, but the doctor refused. Finally, she was wheeled directly into the delivery room. Having a baby at 40 was indeed dangerous. She felt like she was going to die there. Due to exhaustion, she passed out. In her dream, she met the Grim Reaper. She reflected on her life of hard work. She had done every kind of tough, dirty job, finally becoming the company's youngest senior executive. She didn't want to die like this. She grabbed the oar trying to row back. Even the Grim Reaper couldn't stop her. This struggle actually woke her up. With one final push, the baby was born safely. This should have been the happiest moment, but seeing the wrinkled baby, she was disappointed. It was so different from what she had imagined. When she woke up again, everyone was crowding around the baby. No one cared that she was thirsty and wanted water. Only her mother cared about how dangerous it had been for her daughter. Her mother dampened a tissue with warm water, gently wiped her cracked lips. Seeing her mother's care, she shed tears. To help with milk production, her mother made her drink seaweed soup every meal. She had to finish even the dregs. Her husband brought 2 iced coffees. Hyun-jin signaled for him to take them away. Her mother said you can't drink cold things after giving birth. She threw the coffees away immediately. Not having coffee was still bearable. The worst pain was that her lower body hurt every time she sat down. This woman just gave birth to her child. To be able to produce milk, she drinks seaweed soup every day. She does various exercises to increase her milk supply. Even drinking tea is all about producing milk, but her milk supply is still very low. She feels like a cow that's been milked dry. This postpartum care center has a strange hierarchy system. No one cares about your job or education. They only look at how much you've sacrificed for your child. Mothers who've had multiple children have the highest status. Mothers who breastfed for a long time are also respected. Sunmi is the milk queen here. She had twins on her first pregnancy. She persisted with breastfeeding for 2 years. Her milk supply is twice that of others. Even mothers with university professor backgrounds have to please her. The lowest status belongs to first-time mothers and older career women with low milk supply. They're looked down upon by others. To change their status, they can only desperately try to increase their milk supply. Then a woman appears. She completely breaks all the rules here. She dresses fashionably, completely different from the other mothers. The director demands that Ji-young breastfeed her child. Ji-young directly refuses.
저는 쭉 쉴 건데요. 쭉 분유해주세요.
The director says breast milk is best for the child. Ji-young asks what's in it for her. Everyone is shocked. The next day at breakfast time, all the other mothers eat bland postpartum meals. Ji-young walks out barefoot. She adds her own chili powder to the soup. All the mothers are stunned. Only Hyun-jin really envies her.
마실게요.
The director finds empty beer cans in Ji-young's room. Ji-young openly admits she's been drinking. She says since she's not breastfeeding, it doesn't matter. This completely shocks the other mothers. During feeding time, Hyun-jin is still in pain. She looks toward Ji-young. Ji-young's child drinks formula happily. Hyun-jin gets nosebleeds from exhaustion but still insists on breastfeeding. Ji-young notices Hyun-jin watching her. She tells Hyun-jin to come chat after feeding. Hyun-jin enters the room and hears strange sounds. It turns out Ji-young wants to measure her chest size. Ji-young is a lingerie designer. She discovers that Hyun-jin is wearing the wrong bra size. Hyun-jin feels much more comfortable in the properly fitting bra. Ji-young tells her not to force herself to do things that make her unhappy. The two quickly become friends. Ji-young's phone suddenly rings. She nervously says she needs to go out and handle something. It turns out it's just food delivery. The two start eating fried chicken. Hyun-jin eats happily. Hyun-jin says drinking beer is bad for the body. Ji-young says it's such a waste to eat fried chicken without beer. Hyun-jin also starts drinking beer. The cold sensation makes her shout with pleasure.
시원하다.
When the two go to check on their children, the milk queen Sunmi smells alcohol on them. This woman just smelled it once and could tell it was her own child's feces. A group of mothers gathered around praising how nice it smelled. Hyun-young on the side nearly wanted to vomit. vomit. The woman questioned whether she thought baby poop was dirty. Hyun Young quickly waved her hands in denial. She explained that she had just eaten too much. Her struggling appearance made Min Soo secretly chuckle. That night, the two drank alcohol to ease their anxious mood. When leaving, a woman noticed she had been drinking. Hyun Young argued that she had only had a little bit, but she was criticized for not being qualified to be a mother.
모유에 들어간 알코올 성분이 신생아한테 얼마나 치명적인지 알고 계신 거예요?
Min Soo on the side couldn't stand it and started arguing back. Hyun Young quickly stepped in to mediate.
분유를 주면
Everyone was completely stunned, as if they had heard something terrifying. They all crowded around to watch. Min Soo said how others feed their children is none of your business. What good milk can an insomniac mother have? Her rebuttal left them speechless. The director appeared and asked Hyun Young to make a decision. Choose between breastfeeding or using formula. She hoped Hyun Young would make a smart choice by morning feeding time. Hyun Young called to consult her mother. Her mother said if it interfered with work, formula was fine too, but her father insisted breast milk was better. After hearing this, her sister discussed it with her colleagues. The colleagues in the car had different opinions. Getting overly excited caused a chain reaction crash. A colleague's husband was depressed hearing about the crash over formula debate. Then he started arguing with friends. The conflicting views led to physical fighting. The video was uploaded to overseas platforms causing heated discussion. Foreigners also got into disputes over the formula topic. The next day, everyone was waiting for Hyun Young's answer. As she prepared to respond, someone stopped her. It turned out someone had maliciously poured out the breast milk in the refrigerator. The woman realized it was her own milk that had been wasted. She questioned whether Min Soo had done it. Min Soo looked completely bewildered. The store manager promised to investigate and give a response. Eventually, everyone left unhappily. Hyun Young felt relieved. Suddenly, she noticed something unusual. Someone was actually hiding behind the curtain. When she pulled it open, she was shocked speechless. After waking up, she found herself lying in an unfamiliar room. A 200-pound mother appeared. Hyun Young recognized her as the milk thief from behind the curtain. She took out her phone to call the police, but the woman snatched it away. She urgently asked if Hyun Young didn't recognize her. It turned out the woman was national idol Han Hyo-rin. Seeing Hyun Young's lack of response, she demonstrated her signature move. Only then did Hyun Young remember. She thought to herself how giving birth could have made someone look like this. This overweight woman used to be a goddess with a perfect figure. She was also a celebrity spokesperson in the entertainment industry.
한효린도 반했다. 황금의 단자비.
After getting pregnant, she couldn't stop eating once she started. She went from having an amazing body to looking like this now. To avoid photographers downstairs taking pictures, Hyo-rin secretly moved into a postpartum care center. She thought she could get her figure back after giving birth. She didn't expect her weight to increase to 200 pounds instead of decreasing. She didn't have enough breast milk. Plus the baby had been constipated for a week. She thought it might be a problem with the formula. She had no choice but to target other mothers' breast milk. Hyun-jong felt very sympathetic after hearing this. She agreed to keep her secret. This day Hyun-jong received a call from her subordinate, asking her to come back to the company to help with a work report. They also said they couldn't handle it without her. Thinking that she was still needed, she immediately became very happy. Early the next morning she dressed up like a career woman. Before leaving she even showed off to other mothers, saying the company had an important meeting they couldn't do without her. After saying this she left. When she got to the company she found there was no longer a place for her. Even the task her subordinate asked her to help with had been done by someone else. Hyun-jong insisted she was just dropping by to help. She also said she was going to discuss a project with the group chairman later. After saying this she left with a forced smile. Going back to the postpartum center right now would be very strange. So she bought a hamburger and went to the park. Just as she was about to eat she ran into company colleagues. They looked at Hyun-jong with confusion. She quickly pointed to the old man next to her saying he was a big boss. Then she pretended to chat with the old man. The colleagues thought she was still running business during maternity leave. They couldn't help but praise her. The old man suddenly stood up. Hyun-jong quickly chatted with Chinese tourists. She even took a photo with them holding the hamburger. The colleagues looked down and left to avoid embarrassing her. On the other side Hyo-rin couldn't reach Hyun-jong on the phone. She decided to go to her room. On the way she heard the sound of someone coming. She quickly hid in the massage chair behind the screen. She accidentally turned on the switch. Because she was too fat she got stuck and screamed. Everyone wanted to pull her out but couldn't. The director unplugged it and got her out of danger. Everyone recognized Hyo-rin as the national goddess, but no one laughed at her. So everyone dressed her up, trying to make her look not so fat, but they all failed. Finally, with the encouragement of the mothers, Hyo-rin decided to bravely face reality. She was going to leave the postpartum center. Reporters blocked the entrance. Hyo-rin generously got out of the car and greeted them. She confidently answered the reporters' questions. Then she left. The next day Hyun-jong received her video call. Hyo-rin said she wanted to apologize to her. During this time she had been secretly drinking Hyun-jong's breast milk. Because Hyun-jong had the most milk it wasn't easily discovered. Hyun-jong was very confused. Every time she pumped breast milk she had the least amount. Why did Hyo-rin say she had the most? At this this moment someone took away Hyunjung's breast milk and replaced it with a bottle that was almost full. This woman is taking care of a crying baby. The new mother Hyunjung in the next bed doesn't know how to handle her child. The woman voluntarily comes over to help soothe the baby. Her movements are even more skilled than the biological mother's. Hyunjung hasn't named her child yet. The woman suggests calling him Jeonwook. She says she hopes the child will grow up healthy and strong. Hyunjung asks why she doesn't use that name for her own child. The woman answers that her family has rules about generational naming. Hyunjung agreed at the time, but that night Hyunjung and her husband discussed it and changed their minds. They decided to name the child Luan. The woman doesn't know about this. She endures her postpartum weakness to embroider letters on baby clothes. Stitch by stitch, she embroiders the characters Jeonwook, planning to give it as a gift to the child. The next day the woman excitedly brings the gift to see the baby, but she discovers the name card at the bedside reads Luan. She's stunned, learning that Hyunjung secretly changed the child's name. The woman becomes furious on the spot. This woman is actually called Juanjuan's mom. She has a painful past. She's been pregnant 3 times total. During her first pregnancy, she developed health problems. She had no choice but to have an abortion. After that she started doing IVF. The process was painful but she refused to give up. Her second pregnancy ended in miscarriage. Her husband urged her to let it go, but she refused to give up. Her third pregnancy finally reached a stable stage. She quit her job to stay home and rest during pregnancy. Every day she carefully protected the child in her belly. She even gave her unborn child the nickname Blue Stick. But tragedy struck again. At 7 months pregnant, the baby suddenly came prematurely. The couple waited with hope, but the child died as soon as it was born. She never even heard the baby's first cry. Her husband sent her to a postpartum care center to recover. Losing 3 children in a row nearly broke her mentally. She cried every day, until one day she heard someone call out Glue Stick's mom. She ran out to look. She discovered that Hyunjung's child was also nicknamed Glue Stick. Hyunjung is an older mother. She doesn't know how to care for a newborn. She often makes the baby cry. Juanjuan's mom can't stand watching it. She secretly replaces Hyunjung's prepared formula with her own breast milk. In her heart, this child is hers. Now Hyunjung has arbitrarily changed the child's name. Juanjuan's mom is completely enraged. She stares at the video of the child on her phone, writing threatening words on paper. Her eyes gleam with a crazy light. The next day she pretends nothing happened and apologizes to Hyunjung. She even brings an apology gift. After seeing the handwriting on the card, Hyunjung becomes suspicious, because she's received anonymous gifts before. The handwriting is exactly the same as this card. Seeing Juanjuan's mom being overly intimate with her child, Hyunjung realizes something isn't right. Juanjuan's mom stops pretending. She confronts Hyunjung asking if she thinks this world is fair. She says Hyunjung has a healthy child but doesn't treasure it. She complains all day that the child interferes with her work. If that's the case, then give the child to her. Hyunjung is too scared to make any sudden moves. The director and Juanjuan's husband hear the argument and run over. They try to calm Juanjuan's mom down. They want to take the child away, but Juanjuan's mom refuses to let go. At this tense moment,